Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Lockbox, brought to you by the Grandin Group, right here in beautiful, sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. All right. Hey, you know what? I know it's been a little while. It has been absolutely crazy. This market is unlike anything we've seen in a while. So I'm getting back on the horse here with the podcasting, and we'll get some brand new episodes. But it's perfect timing because it's Memorial Day weekend. We are right up against the holiday. And it's a perfect time to start our new series, which has been going out there. So real quick, just to give you kind of an update. First of all, Jason Grannon here with the Grannon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. And of course, my son, Jaden, he's out there hustling as well. It's been weird out there. So we got a lot of inventory. There's buyers out there. And the buyers right now are just kind of like taking their time, which is funny because now they're starting to miss the boat. So it's rapidly changing to a point now where the guy who was looking a couple days ago is like, well, I'm going to just wait to see if maybe they lower the price. They wait and the place is gone. The market is picking up. So, but, instead of talking about the real estate market and how great things are and how you should be using the Grandin Group, www.thegrandin Group, I want to talk to you about this. And this is going to tie into our new series that we're coming out. Arizona summers are misunderstood. And this is a perfect tie-in to Memorial Day weekend. And so first of all, happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day has always kind of been the unofficial start of summer in Arizona, and actually even in America. It's the weekend where people load up their boats, fire up the grills, head to the lakes, spend time with family, and just kind of shift in to summer mode. Now here in Arizona, Memorial Day weekend really feels like the beginning of a completely different lifestyle. Now, obviously, Memorial Day is it's a time to honor, remember the men and women who gave their lives serving this country, and we never want to lose sight of that. But it's also one of those weekends where families slow down a little as soon as you get through the traveling and the school getting out and everything else. They reconnect and they start creating summer memories. And honestly, that's why I wanted to kick off this series today, because Arizona summers are one of the most misunderstood things in the country. Everybody outside of Arizona thinks summer here is basically survival mode. We get people that come in from, let's just say, November through May, beginning of May, because season kind of starts out in November and it dies out end of April. They come in here and they're like, oh, it's perfect weather. Summers are so bad. How do you guys survive? Do you just turn to dust? They think we're in survival mode. They picture people melting on the sidewalks, hiding indoors for 4 months, regretting every day, every little life decision they've ever made, and huge electric bills. You know what? Yes, it gets hot. But what people don't understand is Arizona summers become a totally different rhythm of life. You adapt. You shift your schedules a little bit, and life slows down just a little. And honestly, for us that live here, especially year-round, summer becomes one of the best times of the year. It's the best time of the year because it's right before my favorite season starts. So let's start off with a couple of different segments here. Arizona summer is a different rhythm. One thing people don't understand is Arizona changes your entire schedule in the summer. You stop trying to fight the heat and you start living with it. Mornings become huge here. So if you roll out of bed, the sun starts coming up in Phoenix area. It starts rolling up about 4:30 in the morning. Get up in the morning. It's the absolute perfect mornings. Go have your coffee. If you want to drive to Starbucks, it's a little more crowded than it is at, let's say, 10 a.m. You just get your stuff done. You water your plants, take the dogs for a walk, get a good hike in, whatever it is, you do this the first thing in the morning. So from 4:30 till about 10, you're in good shape. People here in Arizona, they're golfing at 6 in the morning. You can ask Jaden, my son, who is part of the Grandin Group. He works at Rancho Manana Golf Course. As soon as the sun starts coming up, people are out there waiting to try to get in 18 holes. They usually make it about 9. Hiking at sunrise is incredible. Get there early. The critters are out. There's other people out there doing the same thing you are. Walking dogs before the pavement heats up, getting a gym workout done before most people are even awake. Arizona actually becomes really, really active during the summer months. And honestly, mornings here in the summer are incredible. It's absolutely one of the most beautiful sights you'll see. The skies are unreal. There's a quietness over the roads, and even Scottsdale feels calmer in the morning during the summers. This is the part outsiders really never see. Living here, we take it for granted, I got to tell you. We see it all the time, and yeah, we complain about it. It's hot. We got to do this or that. But quite honestly, have you ever jumped in the pool, kicked on the ceiling fan, shut the blinds? You'll take the best nap ever, guaranteed. Now, let's fast forward after we get through the heat of the day. And it stays hot. I mean, you'll still have your days where it's 100 degrees at 8, 9 o'clock at night. But summer nights hit different here in Arizona as well. And then after the sunset, Arizona comes alive again. This is another thing people misunderstand. Summer nights in Arizona are fantastic. It's awesome. People are swimming at night. Some of the absolute best grilling takes place outside at night. Sitting on patios. Yeah, you got a little sweat rolling down your brow, but it's just different. You're hanging out with neighbors, driving the golf carts around the neighborhood, eating late dinners. You might go outside. You go outside and sit on the patio. If you go to like Soros Wine Bar or any of the different places here, you'll see people eating dinner outside at night, later after the sun goes down. And let me tell you another thing. The Arizona sunsets during the summer are absolutely ridiculous. And I mean that in a great way, especially when monsoon season starts rolling in. This is probably one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. Excuse me, had to swallow that water wrong. People think Arizona shuts down in the summer, but honestly, life just shifts here later into the evening. So what can you do during the summer? Well, staycation and resort life is huge here in the summer. Starting the end of May, so Memorial Day weekend, one thing Arizona locals know how to do best, and they do it very, very well, is staycations. Staycations where you go to a local resort. They've dropped the prices from $800 a night to maybe $99. And you get to enjoy the pool, their air conditioning, and just a lifestyle that only summer can bring. Honestly, summer is probably some of the best time for some of these people. Tourism slows down a little. The resorts are dropping the prices, as I mentioned. And Arizona has some unbelievable resorts. You've got places all over Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, Phoenix. And also, during the summer, locals take advantage of it. Why not? You got the Princess Hotel, for example, in Scottsdale. Absolute best 4th of July you'll ever see. It's incredible. And not that weekend. But off-season, the rates drop considerably. Go enjoy what your town has to offer. People book pool weekends, lazy river weekends, spa weekends, rooftop dinners, resort nights without even leaving town. And honestly, you start realizing you don't always need to be on a flight to feel like you're on vacation. That becomes a huge part of the Arizona summer culture. So make sure you check out the resorts. And if you need information, call me up. As an Arizona native, I can fill you in on a lot of that stuff. So our next part, you're going to ask, Jason, what do we do during the day? From, let's just say 11 o'clock till, 8. Okay, well, you know what? Wait a second. I've got you covered. Malls, gyms, and indoor life. And look, yes, we know it's hot outside. Arizona figured that out a long time ago. That's why malls are huge here. Scottsdale Fashion Square, Arrowhead, Chandler Mall. Head over there, get out of the heat. They've got the air conditioning cranking. You can check out movies. You can eat at some of the restaurants there. You can do shopping. There's just a number of things you can just hang out and walk around. It's huge. Oh, guess what? For those of you that love to go to the gym, you're going to see that the gyms stay packed all during the day, especially during the summer. You know why? Because if you're outside, you'd rather be inside, hitting the gym. You might as well lose some weight. While you're getting a sweat on, you can bet the air conditioning's running. Now, this is going to be a huge year for this. We know it's huge. It's one of the biggest things in the country. Indoor pickleball is exploding. You cannot get a reservation. So I tried to sign up the other day just for an introductory class. Not that I don't know how to play, because I really don't, but I'm going to figure it out. It was a 2-week wait. They are absolutely packed. Indoor pickleball is exploding. Movie theaters, even though there's not much out there, they stay super busy. Plus, they also offer those kid movies during the week to bring your kids, like around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Restaurants are packed during the summer, specifically in the evening, or the breakfast places are in the morning. Listen, people still live here. They love it here. There's so many different lifestyles and personalities that Arizona has to offer. So you just have to become strategic about how you do it. And honestly, Arizona probably does indoor comfort better than almost anywhere in the world because we have to. Okay, there's another little segment we want to talk about. And I'm sure I'm going to get a couple emails on this. Jason, you did not mention lakes, water parks, or summer weekends. Okay, hey, that's all right. There is a huge, huge lake culture out here. And it's crazy because you can go out on the lake in the middle of the day when it's 110, and when you got that water splashing in your face, you're water skiing, you just don't feel it. So you do get burnt. Make sure you wear sunscreen and stuff like that. But there's a ton of people out here that don't realize how much lake life actually exists here. People come from out of town, they're like, we didn't know Arizona had lakes. It's huge. Summer weekends mean Lake Pleasant, Bartlett Lake, Saguaro Lake, tubing trips, which is wild if you haven't done that yet, wakeboarding, jet skis, floating rivers. You can even head down to Bullhead City, cross the river into Laughlin if you want to do a little gambling, or just sit on the lake or on the river and just ride skis and boats. You'll see people loading up trucks at 4:30 in the morning with coolers, towels, kids, and dogs heading out before the heat really kicks in. And honestly, those end up becoming some of the best family memories. They're splattered all over social media and everywhere else. If you're considering Arizona, don't wait till after summer. Jump in while the pool's hot. It's an experience. Okay. You're tired of the heat. You need to get away for a little bit. All right, let me tell you something. From Phoenix, Scottsdale area, literally hour and a half north, Prescott, Flagstaff, Happy Jack. Escape the heat. This is actually one of the biggest things outsiders do not understand. Arizona gives you options. You can wake up in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Chandler, Tempe, jump in the car, and within just a couple hours, you'll be in a completely different climate, totally different weather. It might be 110 down here in Phoenix, Scottsdale area. Flagstaff's going to probably be rolling about 85. It's always generally 15 to 20 degrees cooler. You head up to Prescott, Payson, Flagstaff. You will notice it as you're driving up the hill. You'll also notice it when you're like, I'm going to roll down my windows, which is great. Have that wind blowing through there. So sometimes it's even cooler than that. I mean, they'll get some different storms. I was on Happy Jack last Memorial Day weekend, and it was snowing. I have pictures to prove it. It was actually snowing on my way to Happy Jack, which is about 40 minutes north of Payson. This is why Arizona summers work so well. People do cabin weekends, hiking trips, brewery weekends, winery weekends, pine tree escapes, little mountain town getaways, shopping, great food. You get a feel of that little small town stuff. You can literally be sitting outside in a hoodie at Flagstaff while it's still 105 back in Phoenix. Any way you cut it, this is one of the coolest things about living here. Okay, now, we get calls on this every year, and this is one of and I love this part of it. A lot of people don't like it. This is one of probably the most beautiful things you'll ever witness. Monsoon season, or you might have even seen it as called a haboob. When monsoon season hits, it's great. You'll be hot outside, but you'll feel this like humidity just building up. And if you've never experienced an Arizona monsoon before, it's just hard to explain. It is really hard to explain. Clouds roll in. You could have a clear day. All of a sudden, you look up at 5 o'clock, it's clear. You look up at 6:30, and it's just the clouds are rolling in. The winds pick up. It's like somebody blowing a hot hairdryer on you. And then the beauty really kicks in. Lightning across the desert sky. incredible. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Dust storms like you've never seen. They come blowing through here. Yes, they mess stuff up, but the way they hit and the way it just feels, I can't even explain it. After it's done, and then they don't last that long. They're, maybe an hour. Crazy sunsets afterwards. It's absolutely amazing. You'll be like, where'd this go? It just rolls in and rolls out. It's unbelievable. It completely changes the energy of the city. And honestly, the locals kind of love it. So let me give you a quick monsoon driving tip if you're driving in a dust storm. We all know that Arizona drivers are not the best, and so you'll be driving down the freeway. One important thing to do during a dust storm, or a haboob, as some of you might call it, if visibility gets bad, and it does, it gets to zero visibility, make sure you pull completely off the road, pull all the way to the side, turn off your lights. Do not keep your foot on the brake. People have a tendency to follow brake lights, and they're going to rear end you. Pull off the road, turn off your lights, keep your feet off the brakes. A lot of people don't realize this during the heavy dust storms that come around there. And this is how major accidents happen. So when you see them coming in, don't try to outrun the storm. Get off the road, shut the lights off, and enjoy. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed our Arizona Summers Are Misunderstood. Make sure you go to our new TikTok page, Living Arizona. And then we'll have it on Facebook and Instagram under the Reels. And you can watch the podcast or you can listen to it. Arizona summers are misunderstood. They're not for everybody. But once you understand the rhythm, the mornings, the sunsets, the pools, the staycations, the northern mountain escapes, the lake weekends, the monsoons, the slower pace, you realize summer here actually has its own personality. And honestly, a lot of us wouldn't trade it for anywhere else. So listen, happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Enjoy the unofficial start of summer. And you know what? Thank you so much for making us Arizona's #1 lifestyle and real estate podcast. We really enjoy it. We got a lot coming this year. Make sure you join us on Facebook, Twitter. Actually, we're not on Twitter that much anymore because I don't like that site. But Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Anything you guys want to talk about, bring it on here. We'll be back here next week. You guys enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Get that suntan lotion out. Stay safe. And we will see you soon. Thanks again, everybody.